Throughout history, human societies have operated on the assumption that authority flows from a single dominant node at the apex. Kings rule subjects, and generals command soldiers through this unidirectional flow of power. Instructions originate at the top and require obedience. The opening scene of the Bhagavad Gita presents a situation that deviates from this historical pattern of how authority operates. In these verses, the ancient text examines the specific way a supreme authority chooses to interact with a subordinate. Two massive armies stand arrayed against each other, locked in a standoff moments before the start of a global war. Between these lines sits a chariot carrying the warrior Arjuna and his driver, Krishna, the Supreme Being. The chariot pulls directly into the empty, barren expanse of land between the two opposing forces and suddenly halts. At this moment, Arjuna issues a direct order. The mortal warrior tells the Supreme God exactly where to move the vehicle. We are left to ask why the Master of the universe willingly accepts the role of a chauffeur, obeying the battlefield commands of a human. Despite his reputation as a legendary fighter, Arjuna approaches this specific battle with hesitation. He was forced onto this field by his rival, Duryodhana, who had rejected every previous attempt at a peaceful settlement. Arjuna commands the chariot into the negative space between the armies, a location the text calls Senayor, ubhayor, madhye. From this position, he can look directly into the faces of the cousins and teachers who are demanding this war. This physical pause in the center of the field allows Arjuna to confront the reality of striking out against his own family. When addressing his driver, Arjuna uses the title Acyuta, which translates to the Infallible One. The text defines this infallibility as the quality of a being whose affection for a devotee never falters. Krishna retains his supremacy in all circumstances, yet he performs the physical labor of carrying out Arjuna's orders without hesitation. Within this framework, divine power manifests as the confidence to take on a subordinate role. Krishna is also addressed as Rishikesha, the master of the total senses, placing him at the summit of the cosmic hierarchy. The Gita describes the relationship between the Lord and his servitor as a reciprocal loop. The servitor stands ready to act, while the Lord seeks opportunities to render service back. Finding greater pleasure in his devotee giving orders, he willingly obeys. Spiritual authority reaches its highest point when the master finds satisfaction in serving the student. The isolated chariot rests in the silence between two armies, characterized by the noise of impending bloodshed. By parking the chariot here, Krishna establishes a secure space that allows the philosophical dialogue of the Gita to take place. These spiritual truths are shared face-to-face by a friend acting as a chauffeur. The opening of the text suggests that power finds its most potent expression in the act of mutual service. As the master waits for his passenger to speak, the scene demonstrates that understanding the nature of devotion is the necessary precursor to any action.